Chapter 5 Gallery. Let's talk a little bit about what we have to do here. This is the first chapter that we're going to really come across where there's going to be some things within the chapter that no longer applies to Adobe Dreamweaver Creative Cloud. So really what we're doing here is we want to go back and look at the validations first of all. The Creative Cloud version no longer supports what's called SPRY. And this is what the chapter is starting off with, something called SPRY validations. So this is dealing with like when you go back and you want to order something online and you start filling in a form to complete the order, like where you put in your name, your address, and let's say you forget a required field, like you were supposed to put in your last name and you forget it, you're going to get an error message. That's what we're doing here. We're doing what's called a validation. So you go through, again, make sure you're looking at my notes here. You are sort of skipping over 270 to 292. Again, that talks about what we want to do. You basically just want to look at my form control video on YouTube where it will talk about like what you have to do with this. And I do have some notes up here on what you want to do with this. And I'm going to go through this now real quick, what the final product should look like and how do we check this. So back in Dreamweaver, we're going to take a look at the contact page. So I do want to see this within Dreamweaver. You're going to click on your input form controls just like we did back in chapter 4. You want to check off that they're required. Autocomplete is checked off here. Same thing for last name. Email will be required, autocomplete, plus with your placeholder text. And that will show up when we go back and preview this. Phone number is required, autocomplete, placeholder text. Again, my video that I referred to goes more detail here. The type of session is required, preferred date was required, and then on the radio button group, again, we only have to select one, but that should be required too. So we want to preview this. So again, if I go back here and preview this within Chrome, let's see how we should be working on this. So what we want to do is first notice here your email. Your placeholder text comes up here, same thing for your phone number, so I have to see that. So that's number 1 on this. I want you to hover over your first name box. You should get a pop-up where it says, please fill out this field. This is because it's required. Same thing on last name. Again, that should take care of that for you. Go down through your username, phone number. Again, these all should be, you should get pop-up menus on this. Do me a favor at this point, hit submit. You should get an error message on first name where it says, please fill out this field. Just type in a couple letters here, hit your tab key, hit submit. Now you should have an error message on the second one. A couple letters, a couple numbers, whatever. Same thing on an email. So again, now for the email, I'd like you to put in just a couple letters, but don't type anything else. Notice how it comes up, it says, please include an @ symbol. So it's looking for a certain format. So you got to go back here and add a couple more things. Hit submit. Again, now it gives me an error on the phone number, but essentially this is all you have to do for the forms within Dreamweaver here in chapter 5. Again, you're going back, you're filling that out. So in this chapter, we're using the submit button to figure out what we want to be doing and making sure the form is working properly with this. Then we want to switch back over to the portfolio page where it has your collapsible panel. So again, when you're working through the chapter itself, again, once you get to 292, we are going to sort of follow along with the book a little bit, but we're not doing a SPRY panel. We're going to do what's called a jQuery panel. So you want to watch my collapsible panel video to see how you have to do that. And again, just that since we're at this point here, once we get back and we add the panels in here, you're not doing the last couple pages of the chapter because again, we don't supporting widgets on this. So some weird things are happening here between CS6 and CC. So you're watching the collapsible panels video. So when you're done, again, when you load the portfolio page, you want to scroll down. The portrait photography panel will be open by default. You want to click on family photography, it collapses and covers that up. You click on the baby photography, again, it covers that up. You can click on baby photography again, it closes this all together. So you should be able to get to this screen here. You can go to family photography and click on that. You can toggle it open It's like a light switch where you turn it on and turn it off. So that's what you have to do to test this page. And again, like I said, when you first load the page, if I just hit refresh here, again, the first panel, oh, let me go back to the portfolio page. I just want to point out this, and I have a note on the assignment sheet here, that this section will open up by default. You can't really control that, but you should be able to collapse it and go through the different panels and make sure they open and close. But I should be able to see this in the long run when you're done. But this is what we have to do for gallery in chapter 5.